Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Candy Camper, and I got the boys tonight, OG55, George, the Italiano, and Tones TV, and we are live. We are going to do a couple things where we're going to go over some stuff at the Disney parks. It's going to be more of a would you rather. We're going to have a couple questions that I'm going to ask the boys. We're going to go around in a circle, and then a little bit later on, we'll answer some questions from y'all. But let's start off with OG. How you doing, boy? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Candid. It's always fun being on here with you guys. Always a good time. Looking forward to a what would you rather Disney Parks edition with you guys. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Orange Grove 55. You can find me on X, not as much on X actually, but I'm still there. Orange Grove 55, and on Instagram, Orange Grove 55.
Awesome. Kicking it over to Italiano. George, what up?
How's it going? It's been a while. I'm glad we got the band back together and doing what we love doing most, sitting around shooting the shit. You know, it's always a good time.
Hell yeah. And we got
George. Go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you on social media, bro.
yeah, there too.
Absolutely. You can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Disney George. You could also find me on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky under the Disney Italiano. And of course, you can find me on my home base on Orange Grove 55 with Citrus Corner, with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info.
And after the conversation we just had before this started live, it's very sticky. Tones TV, what up?
What's up, bro? How's everything? Thank you for having me. Yeah, you guys can find me at Tones_TV on all platforms. Go to my YouTube channel, Bad Thought Studio. We talk about movies, TV shows, breakdowns of trailers, stuff of that sort. We have a couple episodes out of the podcast, Bad Thoughts Podcast. We do game nights over there. We talk about a bunch of bullshit. So if you guys want to find us on YouTube and Spotify, go to Bad Thoughts Podcast and give us some love. We're having a lot of fun over there. We're doing things a little different. I don't know if you boys have seen the new kind of format we have at Bad Thoughts Podcast, but we have game nights, bro. We want to have you guys on there pretty soon because it's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
A lot of fun.
For sure. Thank you, Tones. And of course, you guys can find me the same spots that you have been seeing me. I'll leave everybody's description in the description. Not their description, but I'll leave all their info in the description. But if you want to call the cops on them, I'll leave the description down below. Cool.
I'm 6 foot laying on my back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, George.
Is that what they tell you?
Right, Marcus?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man, it must be dark and blindfolded at the same time.
We should have been recording before our conversation before we started, bro. That shit was funny.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick it off. We're going to have a good question for y'all. So it's going to be Disney edition. So think of it Disney parks. We're not going to go into movies or anything like that. So think of parks. But what ride would you ride for 24 hours to win $1 million? No bathroom breaks, by the way. You can bring food with you.
Okay.
We gonna shit on the ride or what the fuck?
Oh well. We're gonna get the depends on.
That's how you do it.
How about we just put it to where we don't need to use the bathroom this whole time?
Okay, fine. Got it.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, so for 24 hours, I'm going Pirates. I'm choosing Pirates. It's a chill ride. You can sleep in there, man. You can do like a quick little a little siesta, a little nap. So you can kill 8 hours on that thing easily. So that's what I'm doing. You don't want to, in my opinion, I don't want anything fast or crazy because then you'll feel like shit when you get out of there. Something smooth, Pirates is perfect.
Cool, George.
Yeah, actually, I would go that route, but mine. The first one that I thought of was not Pirates. Actually, mine was the Haunted Mansion. Just because, again, kind of like what OG was saying, like you get your own little space. It's dark. It's nice and slow. Plus, like with the Doom buggy, you kind of get like that enclosed, kind of like your own little pod, so to speak. And especially when you go down backwards, like into the graveyard.
Isn't that the best? I've been stuck there multiple times in my life, and it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it is. Like literally, that's like the one time of the ride, like I just shut my eyes just for like those few seconds, just because it's like you're laying all the way back and you're like, oh man, like this is the life. Like, yeah, that would be the part of the ride I would want the ride to stop and just just leave me there.
Oh yeah. All right. Tones, where you at?
Let me rest in peace.
All 6 feet of you.
If I had to choose one, it'd definitely be Mark Twain, bro. A lot of leg room, just chilling on the boat.
This
For
guy,
24
dude.
hours, bro.
This guy, dude. Cheating.
Nah, that's too easy. If I had to pick one, it would probably be what is it called? Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, it'd be fun. The only thing that would suck, bro, is like sitting down in that fucking boat for 24 hours. My legs would be fucked.
You're by yourself though. Well, I guess it would be 2 other people in there with you because I'm joining. So it'd be us 3. At least there's enough rows I can lay down at some point.
Well, and I guess too, also with pirates, like again, if you have
Exactly.
to go to the bathroom, you could just like you're in a boat. You could just like drain it out.
Over the side.
The train is what I was gonna say too, because you get to see the whole park, you know. For
Yeah,
24
the train would be awesome.
But I feel like that, like Mark Twain and the fucking the boats where you're just sitting in there, like I feel like those are cop outs. So
You think
if you were to go
with the train, because Abby and I actually fell asleep on the train. We took a siesta. We did 2 laps on the train just to take a nap.
Hell yeah,
I've done
bro.
2 laps on the train before just to kind of mellow out. My feet were hurting. It was like a 19-mile day, and it was great. And especially at night, I love the train at night. It's gorgeous.
I fell asleep on the Walt Disney World train. Like that day, I don't know what it was that day. I was exhausted, bro.
What do you
and
prefer?
Disneyland train, 100%.
Okay. What about you, George?
Same. Well, Magic Kingdom's train basically just shows you like backstage area. There's like no appeal to it.
They don't have Primeval World. They have none of that. The Grand Canyon, none of that.
Yep. I thought it was weird when I got off in was it I don't know where it is. Like what town is that? The hell? Anyway, I got it's like Splash Mountain like area.
Oh, Critter Country, or it was Critter Country. Now it's
not Critter Country, over in Disney World. What they call Adventureland or
Frontierland?
Frontierland, yeah, it's weird. That has a stop right there, and I'm like, what the hell am I? And I remember walking through like this weird ass exit, and I look up, I'm like, oh, that's Splash Mountain. That's a fucking weird place for the train to stop. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that their train is not as good, and I would sit on Pirates all damn day, eat my lunch, enjoy the scenery, take a few naps. It's definitely doable for 24 hours. So a follow-up question, this one, we'll start with OG again.
All right.
If you were to choose the ride for George to have to ride for 24 hours so he can win $1 million, what would it be? And this isn't you being nice. We're not best friends at this point.
Yeah, right.
You don't want him to win because there's only $1 million for all 4 of us, and you want to win it. So what ride would you make George ride?
I would have him do. You know what? I'm gonna have him do. Do Goofy Sky School. I'm gonna have him do Goofy Sky School because that is a rough one. I mean, that's a rough one, George. 24 hours in that bad boy.
24 hours in that, yeah. I think I'd be hurting.
Because see, here's my dilemma with George. George doesn't give a shit. Like he'll do anything. That's the only one I can really think of that would kind of punish him a little bit. Like Space Mountain, he'd be like, oh hell yeah, rock on. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him a little bit of uncomfort. And Goofy Sky School is it? Either that or Matterhorn, because that's another one that's like,
oh my god, you want to kill the guy?
You know.
Whiplash on that one, dude.
Yeah, that one will either fix your back pain or cause it. One of the two.
George is gonna come back looking like not even the same person after a ride like that. That ride is so bad. I love it, but it's so bad.
Like coming off either one of those 24 hours, I'm gonna look like the exorcism of Emily Rose, like just all like contortion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Abby's right. It is bad for guys. You gotta be careful, fellas.
Yeah,
you want your
kids.
Yeah,
because literally even the seat, like they put this kind of like this bulge thing in the center of the seat, and it like turns you into a division sign. Like,
yeah, right, exactly.
A bulge for the bulge.
I was not expecting you to say that, George.
A division sign. Oh fuck, I love it. All right, George, give him his punishment. Where are you putting OG?
Okay. I have to ask: is this just Disneyland, or could it be Disney World? Could it
both parks? Disneyland or Disney World? Yeah.
Bro, I love you. I know.
Oh my god.
I know his weakness, and honestly, I would put him on Cosmic Rewind.
Oh yeah, that would kill me.
I knew you were gonna go over that. Don't do that to him.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
If I did that, honestly, he would probably just hand me the $1 million. Like it'd be like, don't even put me on that thing.
You know what's worse? And I'm not trying to. I know it's not my turn to go, but I have to say it. sorry, OG, but I'd put you on Mission.
Oh,
Mission
fuck
Space,
yeah.
dude.
See, that's another one. Yeah, dude. For 24 hours up and down like that would cause brain damage, dude.
And a little cockpit too, dude.
Oh, man. That's rough. Tones and Candid, you have not been on Cosmic Rewind yet, right?
No.
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay. So
Yeah.
Tones, basically, it's a roller coaster in the dark, right? It's themed to Guardians of the Galaxy. But what they do is it's a controlled turn. So the vehicle will turn as you're like going down or whatever. So the G's hit you differently. So sometimes it hits you like from the front, and sometimes you're like sideways. It's weird, bro. It's white knuckle the whole way. It's a weird feeling, dude.
And that
Yeah.
probably was not the best ride for you to go on after having a head injury.
Yeah, I cracked my head at the airport. I
I
had
remember.
5 stitches, and I went on that thing, dude.
Damn.
That explains how I turned out, I guess. Huh?
All right, Tones, you're up.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like for you, if I were to put you anywhere, it would have to be somewhere boring as fuck. Like it would just have to be absolutely boring, bro. Like what's it called? The Jungle Cruise. Put you on that shit
I
for
love
fucking
the Jungle Cruise.
yeah, but for 24 hours, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
But no, if I had to pick one, it would definitely be Guardians, dude. Going up and down for 24 hours, bro. There's no way you can do that without getting sick.
No, you get sick.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So
Yeah.
that's strategic of you.
Yes.
I wouldn't hate it for like the first 10 times.
You know what
But
also
I
be
would
torture?
probably die.
You know what also be torture is Small World, because you're
That's
in a
probably
boat,
different Tones. Yeah.
you know, because you can't sleep in there. You know,
Nope.
you're
Oh
up.
my god! And not only that, if you do fall asleep, you're gonna hear that in your head the whole time for 24 hours.
Or you know what's actually even worse than even hearing the song? If the song happens to go down, you hear over like hundreds of dolls, like the clacking.
Oh, yep. All
Yeah.
right, so we'll scratch this. We'll scratch Small World. I'm actually gonna go at Nemo.
Oh,
Nemo
interesting.
for Tones. Yep. So first
Wait,
off,
which
your
one?
ass has to get into the fucking submarine. So fuck you.
Oh fuck.
Have you been on that one, Tones?
I think so. I think I know what he's talking about. I think we went on there. I don't think I went. Did we go the first time I went with you?
I don't ride that ride.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I
if
don't think we went on
if
that
there's
last
a
time.
ride that can win an award for claustrophobia and discomfort, that's the submarines. I'm
why
sorry.
I went with
Like
you, yeah.
aesthetically, it's pleasing. Like I love seeing the subs in the lagoon, but as a ride, those seats are uncomfortable. Your knees are hitting the walls. It's
But is
like,
it more
in your
claustrophobic
face.
than Mission Space, though?
no.
Yeah.
You're more claustrophobic on Mission Space.
The
Yeah.
thing is though,
Sounds
like if
Mission
you
Space.
start Mission Space, it's in Disney World. You haven't been on it yet. The thing
What,
with
they-
the submarines though is like, oh, go ahead, OG.
Oh no, Tones. They use an actual what they use in NASA, like the training stuff, where where it spins you around.
Oh,
It's
fuck
actually
that.
one of those, dude. But
Oh, fuck
you're in
that.
like a cockpit, so you think you're actually flying, but it
moves
pushes you.
it moves you so fast that you don't even know you're spinning.
Yeah.
But you feel the force.
Okay.
I will say this.
And I don't mean Star Wars force.
or the other force.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say this when it comes to the Star Wars ride is what's the one where you're in the ship and there's 2 gunners and 2
Smuggler's Run. That would suck.
Yeah,
too.
dude. That ride when I went in there for the first time, my stomach hurt, bro. Like it gave me those like
The
this
bubble
pit in my
guts?
stomach. Not necessarily the bubble guts. It's just like it gave me a pit in my stomach.
Well,
you know, when you like ate and
I
like,
went on that with a good friend of the channel, Alia, and because she was doing Adventures by Disney trip, and she had a couple days at Disneyland, so we got to hang out, and we went on Smuggler's Run. Right at the end, it broke down. Now, here's the weird thing with Smuggler's Run: is while you're on the ride, you're on like a conveyor belt kind of rotating system. So you're actually like in a pod that is like circulating. Well, where we got broken down, you're actually disconnected off of the main track where you either embark or disembark off the ship. So when you're stuck, you're literally stuck in midair until they can rotate the system and get you out.
damn, I didn't know that.
But there's
Yeah.
multiple. How many different pods are there? Like 6 or 8? Quite a bit, right?
Yeah, there's
I think there's 8, I believe.
Okay. I feel
Like
the
per
capacity was
per
pretty-
I think circle. So there's like 8 and 8.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't know if it was me getting old or if the ride was just starting to
You getting old?
show age. But I have like a steel stomach when it comes to rides. I can go on anything and feel fine thousands of times. But I got on Star Tours a couple years back, and I got off and I told my wife, I said, I'm not riding that again. It made me feel like shit. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the screen or the fucking movement, but I could not do it.
Star Tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Jay can't do that one either.
I
It's
can't
weird
do that
'cause
one either.
I can do anything, and I never had that in. Like, it never happened. It just I felt gross.
Wasn't I with you when I told you like I had a fucking stomach ache after that ride when we went
I don't
on it?
remember.
I had
Were
to
you
have been
eating
you.
Are we eating pickles that day?
Sitting. Like I wonder, like depending on where you're sitting. Like if you're in the back, it's more rough in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's
Especially
right where I
when
was
you're with
sitting.
me.
Oh my god.
Oh, you like it in the back, George?
That's what I heard.
Well, I mean, I'm steering the captain's seat, if you know what I mean.
Wait, you're steering the captain, so you're still in the back.
Well, no, I mean like doing the back, but I'm in control.
I mean, so you're doing most of the work.
Well, from one angle, from the next. I'm trying to be discreet here.
I'm just trying to figure out what part is. Where's
Like
your part?
I'm in the back, and and Abby's in the front.
Oh, and you gotta.
You got the name drop.
I love how
name
he-
drops her.
yeah. I love how he's
Drop
trying to be discreet, but then he name drops.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys rode Hagrid's? I think it's Hagrid's ride.
This is a Disney podcast right now. What are you doing?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Universal Florida, but George has. He's been on it.
I rode Hagrid's. Yes.
Did
Is
you
it
like it? Was
lovely?
it?
I actually enjoyed Hagrid's. My only gripe, and this is probably petty as hell, the handlebars on the bike, like because you have to grip them. They put these like weird, funky ass bulges on them. So like while you're like holding on to them, like it makes like marks on your hands. It's like kind of uncomfortable. Like they
petty.
could have made like the handlebars smooth.
Were you the captain when you were riding Hagrid, George?
Riding Hagrid's or Hagrid?
Hagrid. You were the captain.
Well, he was riding Hagrid. There we go. I've never been on it either. I haven't been to that park. I want to go. The only thing I've seen from like a video that bothered me, I'm gonna be petty now, is that fucking animatronic at the end that spins. You could fucking see the underneath of it, like on the contraption. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is.
Which one?
I don't know, like the big ass like fucking neck
Creature.
having. Yeah, it like spins around like a fucking dumbass, and it's like. And,
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, it
It's
looks
like on a
like
fucking pole.
it actually looks like an animal's ass, like that thing that spins.
Can you stop sexualizing Hagrid's ride? And these creatures, these poor creatures. I had a joke, but I'm not going to do it. Anyways, so let's start off with some would you rather. So the first one is, would you rather ride Space Mountain 5 times in a row or get stuck on It's a Small World for 30 minutes?
Okay, now before we answer that, now my question of the day is, which Space Mountain? Is it Disneyland?
Disney World.
Okay, see now that changes the game a little.
I know
bit.
it does.
I'm doing
Why,
a
what's the
small
difference?
30 minutes. I'll take that.
You gotta raise it up longer, like 2 hours, bro.
You haven't
Yeah.
been on the one at Disney World.
Huh?
You haven't been on the one in Disney World.
Small World?
No.
No, Space Mountain.
Well, that's what I'm
Literally,
saying.
I
That's
would
what I'm saying.
rather. I think I would. Let's see.
Fine, we'll do an hour.
Just,
An hour
wait,
then.
I was just say like for good measure, what Tone said, 2 hours on It's a Small World, or 5,
We'll raise it to 10 rides then on space.
10.
10 rides on space.
Then yeah, I probably honestly would rather get stuck 2 hours on It's a Small World.
Yeah.
I love Space Mountain, but to do 10 of Walt Disney Worlds, like I feel like at times that's worse than Matterhorn. Because with Matterhorn, and I'll explain why, I find a kind of like a hidden trick to kind of handle it's Matterhorn, where you treat it like a bobsled. If you lean forward and move along with the track, it's not as
Oh,
bad.
like actual, like holding
Yeah.
on to the front and doing
Yeah.
like the luging.
The luging, yes.
Okay.
Cool
I
running
need a
style.
fucking mouth guard
Yes.
for cool running. Nice Disney drop there. I love it. I wish I had like a little thing that said cool running. Cool running. Anyways, OG, where are you going?
Oh, I'm doing Small World. I'll take Small World for 2 hours. I'm not a big roller coaster guy, so yeah, I'll chill for 2 hours. No worries.
Okay. Tones,
Is it that bad?
It's bad.
It's bad.
The one in Disney World?
Let's put it this
Or-
way.
yeah.
I didn't go on it the last time I went to Disney World.
I didn't either.
Damn.
And I don't go to Disney World all the time. I just literally did not go on that ride. You know what I did go on like 20,000 times is that People Mover. That's the
Oh,
shit.
hell yeah.
That is my shit. Dude,
Hell
that's
yeah.
I could sit there for 24 hours. Hell yeah, dude. I love the People Mover. Bring it back. All right, Tones, what about you? You can use
Yeah, probably,
Disneyland,
I mean,
obviously.
If the one at Disneyland, I like that one so fucking 10 times. Hell yeah, that'd be a dream come true, dude.
Yeah.
I wish that happened to me when I was there.
Have you ever been stuck on it with the lights on?
No.
I have.
It's crazy. Dude, those are like near misses in the dark.
Oh yeah. The support beams are closer than you think. It's good. It's in the dark, and you don't know.
Yeah. I would be like, oh shit, I can probably touch those if I really tried.
OG, are you okay on that one?
Oh yeah, I'm good on that one. But like 10 times in a row would just get a little bit too much for me. But like, yeah, I'm good on Space Mountain. I can
What
do
about
that.
like Incredicoaster? Are you good on that one, or you don't like that one as much?
I've done that one a bunch of times, mostly when I used to drink. Yeah, not so much anymore. But yeah, I've done it though. Probably about 10 or 15 times now. So how about you? You like that one?
I love that one. That's my favorite one.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
launch.
that one is, yeah, that one is Space Mountain are my favorite one.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right. And then I obviously choose the same thing. I'm not riding that damn ride at all. I'll stick on out. I probably wouldn't even go to the park if those are only 2 rides that are available. I am not a fan of Small World, and the kids love it, which pisses me off because we got to ride it. It's just so long. It's the same damn thing over and over again. I get that there's different cultures, but they're not saying anything different. They're not teaching me anything. So it just kind of it bothers me a little bit. But the next question: would you rather always skip the line for the Haunted Mansion or always get the best seat on Pirates of the Caribbean? And I'm going to throw a wrench in this one for George and OG. It's going to be the Disney World version of Pirates, and then the Disneyland version of Haunted Mansion.
I'll take Haunted Mansion.
What was the thing? Skip the line.
Skip
Haunted
the
Mansion.
line for the Haunted Mansion, or always get the best seat on Pirates.
Yeah, skip the line for Haunted. Because honestly, for me, whether it's even Disneyland or Magic Kingdoms, like I don't really care where I would sit on Pirates. Like
Okay.
I feel I mean, like if I really had to pick, I would sit in the back, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if I was in the second row or third row, it really wouldn't matter to me. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'd skip the line for Haunted.
All right, Tones.
What was the first one you said?
Yep. Skip the line for the Haunted Mansion, or would you rather have the best seat on Pirates?
Probably
So
the
put
best
this
seat at-
on Pirates. Okay.
best seat
So
at
let's say
Pirates, yeah.
I always get fucked when it's just like 2 of us, and they always try to put me in the front. I'm like, bro, I'm not sitting on the front of this fucking boat. Like, don't do that to me. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
Although I will say for the queue line for Haunted Mansion now, I've waited in line for the Haunted Mansion, like with the new queue and everything. It's really cool. I think honestly, it added a nice little touch of detail to basically a bland queue for a very high immersive aesthetic ride.
Yep.
So I just wanted to just throw that out there too.
Because that's my whole thing is when you get stuck at the switchbacks on the backside where the part they actually changed up, and it's like the summertime and that fucking sun's just beating on you, dude. It's so bad. By the way, is there a water fountain over there? Was
Over
there
by where?
ever over by the switchbacks on the backside, right before you get to the mansion itself?
Yeah, there is. I think they added that little water fountain on the wall, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken.
There's one on the wall,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because someone told me there was not one, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's one on that wall.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of similar to the water fountain they have in the pirate queue.
Yes,
You know.
I drink out of that. It's so gross, but it's like I need that. I need that. What are you doing to me? All right. So
A little sus, bro. A little sus, buddy.
would you rather have Splash Mountain back, or would you rather bring back the Great Movie Ride? Tony, you're exempt from this one.
Great movie ride. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Splash Mountain, but at the same time, like I can still kind of get satisfactual. I'll just like throw that in there with Tiana's, because it's still a great ride. I mean, it have a lot of like technical issues, but I mean, it's still a great ride where it's a log flume. You know, if you want to get wet, you can. Has catchy tunes. When the animatronics are working, they work they are state of the art. That might just be my bias, because I'm still bitter to this day that they took out the Great Movie Ride, especially after the Fox acquisition. They could have done so many different IPs into that. They could have kept switching them out, and it's like so much potential. And I just feel like that. Not saying that Mickey and Minnie's wasn't good, but I mean, after experiencing where it should be, which is at Disneyland in Toontown, like for me, like it's like, why take out the Great Movie Ride for that?
I would agree with you, George, because I think Tiana's is a pretty solid replacement. I get it, you know, the stuff, the song and all that for Splash Mountain, really iconic, very Disney, right? But I think the Great Movie Ride was a huge loss for Hollywood Studios, because, like you were saying, they could have utilized that now to swap those scenes out, because now they have Fox. I mean, you have so much to work with, and they lost all that potential, man. What a waste!
Too, it was a people eater. That thing ate the fuck out of people, and it was so good. Even like the storytelling, all the animatronics when they were working, fantastic. Dude, that alien scene was
maybe
so
that's
cool.
why that ride was more for women.
What's that?
No, because you said it 8 people.
They went full Cookie Monster on them, George.
I wish I had some drops for this.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah,
I don't really have
these nuts. These nuts.
It's broken.
These nuts.
It's down.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Oh shit.
But I agree with you. I'd bring back the Great Movie Ride too. It was so good. It was classic. I got to ride it once. I'm so lucky to ride that. Don't get me wrong, Mickey and Minnie's, it's great too. But like you said, George, it belongs in Disney World or Disneyland. It belongs in Toontown, and I think it's amazing in Toontown. I love that they didn't make Toontown small by adding that. It did suck that we lost a few of the different little shops or whatever that was back there before.
Yeah.
But they made the land so much nicer, and they refreshed it, which is good, except for that weird ass kid area. Like, no one wants to go down on those hot ass fucking tube roll. Why the fuck would you put tube rollers?
Yeah, I don't know why they put any of that stuff there. I think for
fingers break in those things.
Yeah, for a Disney park, I mean, that's like, I don't know, that's like McDonald's Playland stuff. Like they shouldn't have any of that. They got to figure something else out with the neighborhood part of it that's more in line with like Disney, I think. Even back in the day, like the first Toontown, the 1.0 had stuff like that. It never impressed me. Tear all that crap out and put a dark ride in there.
Do you think it was done that way on purpose to save money, or they just really didn't know what they wanted to put there?
Probably save money. I'm sure they could have came up with some, but save money. Because if you build a dark ride or something along those lines, it's more expensive. You got to really reconfigure that whole area now. With these with the McDonald's Playland stuff, you can just throw it in there.
Now I will say this too, and OG might disagree with me on this, but I personally think for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for Walt Disney World, instead of converging Mickey's Toontown Fair into the Storybook Circus, I would have just kept it as Magic Kingdom's Toontown.
I agree.
And put Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in there. And the only reason why I said that OG might disagree with me, because I do agree with him in the sense that Hollywood Studios does need more family-friendly rides, and Mickey and Minnie's does deliver that. I just think that they need another family-friendly ride in that park, but Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway should have been put in Magic Kingdom.
No, I agree with you 100%. That gets a track switch from me.
Oh no! I must have hit that
There we go.
See, that's how you do a drop, Candid.
I'm new. I'm new to this. Where would you put it though?
Mickey and Minnie's.
Yeah.
In Magic Kingdom, I wouldn't have turned it into Storybook Circus, like where the Barnstormer used to be.
Yeah.
I would have configured that whole thing back there and put a massive show building there, and Mickey and Minnie's would have been in the northeast part of the park.
That would have been a great spot too, because there's not a lot of people get back there. Everybody's still kind of pushed that way. So I think it would have been great to kind of just disperse more people out throughout the park.
Yeah. Yeah, because because for Storybook Circus right now, you just have Dumbo. You have it used to be the Barnstormer. Now it's known as like the Great Goofini or something.
Yeah.
Or it's still called the Barnstormer, starring the Great Goofini. Which, I mean, technically, if you wanted to, even though it's called Storybook Circus, I mean, that could have still been part of Mickey and Minnie's world. So they still could have did a transitional thing where after the circus, they wanted to go on a picnic in the park, so. And then they have the carnival style scene in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway too. So
yeah.
Hey, real quick, OG, I didn't know you were famous, bro.
Why?
I had no idea you were famous.
Shit.
That's OG's my screen name. My real name is Matthew.
Scooby Doo.
That's me.
Dude, I never knew how much he looked like fucking Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Did you ever see that movie? Did you ever see that show? Oh God, what was it? Tones, what was the show that he was in with the three women about? They were like money laundering or some shit. Oh, I forgot the name of that. You know what I'm talking about now?
Without not without a paddle.
It was I totally
SLC Punk. Is that what it is?
No, it was like with these three women. They were like middle age, like middle class. They were like they got into this like money laundering thing, and they couldn't get out of it. And he was like the husband.
I think Al just froze over a movie that OG saw that I didn't.
No, it was a show. Oh, I think it was Good Girls.
Good Girls.
Yeah. Do you ever see that, Tons?
I have not. No,
that's a great show, bro. That is a great show. Yeah, that was fun. A lot of fun.
All right, crazy. So the next one, would you rather get evacuated from Tower of Terror at the top, or would you rather get evacuated from what the hell is it called? Mickey's.
Oh,
or I guess a credit coaster now at the very top of the launch.
Oh, dude, I'll take the Mission Breakout at the top.
Yeah,
over that Incredicoaster. Yeah, because you're in a building. You're just gonna go down a flight of stairs like you would. But that Incredicoaster, our buddy, right, Sean, our buddy George, Sean Ranking the Mouse, he did that, and it caused like PTSD for that guy. He was like, that was horrible,
dude,
absolutely horrible.
I got stuck at the top of Splash Mountain, at the very top of the drop. And
damn, dude.
It's just stairs, but once you get out, it's like that, dude. And the steps to get out of the side of the log is so far down. I end up smashing my leg, and it was just like 4 feet down to the fucking step. It was crazy. And then it's like the longest wobble step going down those things, man. It is a trip. What about you, George? What would you rather do?
Yeah, I would agree. I would actually either get stuck like on Mission Breakout or Tower of Terror, because as I said, I've seen videos of people getting evacuated off of the Incredicoaster. And as OG said, yeah, our buddy Sean, actually, he was one of them. And the process is you're up there for how long? Because they literally do one car at a time. And it's like, depending on where you're sitting, if you're all the way in the back, you're last.
Oh, they take front back?
Or no, I'm sorry. If you're in the front,
then
you're screwed, because then, because they work backwards to the front.
Damn.
And then, and just the whole process of that, it was like, from watching it, like my palms were sweating.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a throw junkie. Like, I love coasters.
Did you feel like Eminem, bro?
If you
palm sweat,
but if you like
mom spaghetti,
if you like keep me stuck up there and I have to get out, like, that's a whole nother, like,
Speaking of Eminem,
it's your moment. This is it, as big as you're gonna get.
I got M&M dropping everything. There you go.
Love it. Tony, what about you?
What was the question? I got
Oh
mixed
my
up with everything.
Where would you rather be? Where would you rather get stuck at the top of Tower of Terror or Mission Breakout or Incredicoaster at the top of the launch?
Ooh,
It's a
just
rough
stuck
one.
at the top?
Yeah, to
Get out
evacuate.
though. Evacuate.
Oh, to evacuate. Fuck.
That's all right. See, because Mission Breakout, at least you're in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, you're sitting down, but dude, that's a long fucking fall though. But I guess if it's the same thing with Incredicoaster. Probably Incredicoaster because or probably Mission Breakout because I would never go back on that ride. So it would give me another reason to definitely not go back on the ride.
The one time I talk you into going again on that, it's gonna fucking happen too. That's the shitty part.
Bro, yeah, that would be
I'm going
my
Mission
luck.
Breakout.
That's the thing. That'd be my luck.
Dude, you got to go on everything at least one more time when we're in the park because we gotta.
Yep.
I gotta have that
Absolutely.
experience with you.
If I can get a free lunch, I'm down.
I'll buy you
'Cause
lunch.
I'm gonna yeah after because I'm gonna be throwing up everything.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna need a
I'll buy
refuel.
you lunch.
I bet.
And you might need a few drinks before you get on that Goofy
Yeah,
Sky
that-
Scope.
Oh, I'm gonna pregame the fucking Disneyland, dude. The whole
All
time.
right, I'm going Mission Breakout also. All right, so this is a fun one right here. Would you rather get unlimited churros or unlimited Dole Whip?
Where's the
I'm
cure of that?
going.
It's Disneyland.
I'm going churros just because Dole Whip, too much of it, like the brain freeze and all that. Like I'm going churros for sure. Yeah, Abby knows. Abby knows what's up.
Yeah, I'm the same too. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Dole Whips, but like to constantly just keep on having them because it's like
Yeah.
endless supply. No, that would hurt my stomach.
And Candid's gonna be the only one not choosing churros because it has gluten in it. So I'm gonna pick churros.
I'm putting churros myself because I know what a churro tastes like. And you're right. Like the thing about the Dole Whip is I don't even get halfway done with it before or halfway through it, and I'm like, all right, I'm already done. Just too much, too sweet, too much sugar. I love it though, but it's definitely something you want to share. So I'm
Hey,
going
who has
churros.
the best churros?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Compared to Disney World, Disney Worlds are like cardboard, bro.
Disney World is basically a piece of cardboard dipped in sugar. Because what they do is they make the churros ahead of time and they sit. So when someone goes up for the churro, they just grab it and hand it to you. Where Disneyland, they got it running through that rotation, like little confection oven thing where it toasts the churro and then they dip it in the sugar right when you're ordering it. It's fresh.
Oh my god! Real quick, totally off subject or off topic. What's the park in Tennessee?
Dollywood.
Dollywood. So I was looking at Dollywood because I wanted to take a trip there, and they have these cinnamon rolls that they make fresh. Dude, they look so fucking good.
I've heard. I
So
want to
good.
go to Dollywood. The top three things I believe is the cinnamon rolls because yes, they make them fresh every day. The peach cobbler and the fried chicken.
Isn't the apple pie or some shit there?
Yes, the apple pie. Yes, and the apple
isn't
pie.
that like huge? Or
It's
if I
huge.
remember
Like,
correctly,
one piece is like the size of your head. Like,
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So
I'll take a couple bites of apple pie, but I'm not.
Those
I'm not a huge fan of
those little like regional parks, like Dollywood or Knott's, their food game is like usually like out of control good.
Yeah, well, it's because they don't have to like ponder to.
Because I was disappointed with Knott's the last time. Like,
you said you didn't like it.
I don't know if it was like because it was during the holidays and they were just like had so many people there that the quality just dipped. The fried chicken was horrible, which Knott's is known for their famous fried chicken. And it was like they cremated the shit out of that thing. The pizza was gelatinous. It was like sitting out. It wasn't hot. And it was like, I'm disappointed because the last couple times I went to Knott's, usually, Knott's is like on their game with the food. I actually enjoyed Knott's food more than the rides, to be honest.
I've noticed, George, you became a food critic since you moved to California, bro.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, because like there's
one day
diverse food out here. It's like damn, like I'm trying all stuff I've never even heard of before.
So real quick, there's your videos. You and Abby were doing you guys were reviewing the food there. By the way, great videos because there's
Thank
some
you.
things that I wanted to try last time I was there, but we didn't get to. But the one you made me crack up on one of the reviews. It was the Philly cheesesteak egg rolls or some shit like that, or birria
Oh yeah,
egg
like I
rolls.
couldn't pronounce the thing. I had to keep
Yeah.
like how do you pronounce this shit?
The funny part was he was like, they're not really rolls because it's there's no egg in them, and I don't I was laughing because not a lot of people mistake the egg roll as thinking there's supposed to be egg in it, but the egg roll is made out of egg. Like, does that make sense? Like it's
Right.
the wrapper.
Yeah, that's it.
The
Yeah.
It's like
wrap.
an
Yeah,
egg,
exactly.
Yeah.
the wrapper. And so you made me crack up where you're like, there's no egg in here, so I'm just gonna call it a
I thought
birria.
he did a great job at pronouncing it. He had a little Latin flair to it. That was great.
No, yeah, he didn't say it. He didn't say it bad.
Let's not making fun of him then. Some
Yeah.
people.
I wasn't making fun of him. What the fuck? See, this is how
Um,
he gets me. This is how he like tries to cancel me every time. He always says, like,
anyways,
"Taste it."
anyways, the best churros I had are from the Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom. And if you have not had them, they are gluten free. They are fucking fantastic. They come with 2 sauces. They come with a chili sauce and then like a crema, like a vanilla crema. Phenomenal. You have to get there early,
There's
otherwise they
2
sell out.
spots for some reason. We don't even do it on purpose, but there's 2 spots we always get the churros. I don't know why, it just happens to be where we want a churro, and that's exactly where we're at.
Every
It's
time.
It's every time, literally. It's the cart.
Universe.
It's the cart right in Frontierland that's across
Mm.
from the Mark Twain, and then the cart in Fantasyland that's by
Dumbo or something.
yeah, like once you pass Dumbo, right by Casey Jr.
Yeah.
You talk about the one on Fantasy or the one what is it? That has the chicken the turkey legs.
Oh, the turkey leg.
Same cart, right?
No.
Hmm.
No. I know which one you're talking about. Like it has like that little station, but it's. Are you talking about the one in Frontierland?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just has the
Churros.
churros. That's like literally it's right across from
I can literally not have a turkey leg anymore. When I was like, this was like back in the day, but I got like really drunk at DCA, and like, you know, when you're really hammered, everything, like you're hungry, and that was the one thing we walked by. So I grabbed it. I grabbed a turkey leg, and I got so sick, dude. And every time I look at those things now, I just want to puke, dude. It's horrible.
Fucking love them. Little fun trivia or fun thing.
too.
They're fucking so good. And I'll put
Well,
mustard
you know
on
why?
them.
Because it's the
fucking
one
You
kind
put,
of turkey
I'm
I
with
get
you, OG.
not getting the shits for some reason.
you put
Like-
mustard on them?
I eat turkey.
Mustard on the beat, ho.
There you go. There you go. Sorry, I had to.
Mustard on the meat hoe.
exactly.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh.
Fernanda. Thanks for joining.
Fernanda.
Westward
turkey legs are
Ho.
trash,
Does anyone
by the
remember
way.
that?
Would you call
What?
me?
Oh, the fry cart.
The fry cart.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
No, how? Okay. Those were literally the best French fries you'll ever have. On this
You mean the McDonald's fry
Yes.
cart? They
Yes.
had the best fries even than in the restaurant because that's all they
Yes.
focused on. It was just the fries.
And they're perfectly salted. You get a fucking shitload. Oh my god, best fucking French fries ever in my life. I remember those French fries. All right, Tony.
Marcus.
I guess you wouldn't know because you've never been. Um,
They got to bring that fry cart back, by the way.
they might now. 2025 starting to heat up.
And how come we don't have In-N-Out at DCA? It's a California-based park.
How easy would that be? Know how long that line would be?
Oh my gosh.
What would you call it though? Because they wouldn't be able to go straight in and out. It would have to be like something featuring in and out or in and out.
Yeah.
Well, unless they I mean, technically they could because I mean, in downtown Disney, I mean, if they partner up with Disney and they rent out of space, they could.
Or you can put it in Benevicia Street and just have a 1930s In-N-Out.
There you
That
go.
would be so cool.
That'd be
That'd
dope, dude.
Dude, oh,
They need to just put a fucking taco truck somewhere in there, dude. Just leave
Well-
the taco truck there.
Dude, Tones, exactly, bro. Like, that's why I want a cocoa area, because you can have them out there. You can have them cooking food outside. It's perfect for that park, dude.
Rancho
Absolutely.
del Zocalo kind of stepped their game up over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
eaten
that tastes
there
good.
and
Yeah, it's one of
I
my
ate,
favorite.
like all day. I was so fucking full. Like to the point where I'm like, wow, I didn't even like
when I was first dating Abby, I would kind of like have her trip up because I would never say Rancho del Zocalo. I would either say Rancho Robert De Niro, or I would say Rancho Benicio del Toro, or my favorite Rancho. I can't believe it's not delivery; it's DiGiorno.
Oh,
that one. DiGiorno. Are we gonna talk about pizza right now, George? What's your favorite pizza in Disney World, George?
Pizza Boardwalk, dude?
In Disney World,
Yeah, Pizza Boardwalk.
Boardwalk Pizza.
Hell yeah, Dr. Boardwalk Pizza.
Boardwalk Pizza, and then via Napoli.
Via Napoli. So that brings us into the next one. Would you rather always get the best seat at a Disney restaurant, but have to wait an hour to get your food, or always get your food fast but have to eat standing?
oh, I'll eat standing. I don't give a shit. I
No
want my food
dumpster.
fast.
No dumpsters.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll hold it. I don't want to wait. I don't have the patience for that.
Oh,
It depends. Do you get like chips and salsa before you get your food? Or?
Nothing, dude. You only get a fucking.
you know what? I have to say something though. Actually, being that you brought that up, because I have a little bit of a rant.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking stand that when you have a tray of food and you're trying
Watch
to
your mouth, young man. Watch your mouth.
where you're trying to find somewhere to sit and eat, and there's people just sitting on their phones or letting their kids rest. I don't give a shit. Like if you're not eating, go somewhere else. Like I have a tray of food.
This is Disney. Leave your kids at home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. No, to answer I don't know if I'd wait. I don't think I'd wait an hour for my man, I was getting impatient waiting 45 minutes for my ice cream. Like yeah, literally I had to wait 45 minutes for my cozy cone ice cream. Soft serve.
Really? I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at George. Look at George being a gangster waiting for his cozy cone ice cream.
Where's my cozy cone ice cream, huh? Oh, this supposed to be 2 minutes ago. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, I would see. The thing is, like, I love sitting down with a group of people and to eat and just converse with each other. Like that's fun to me. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And so I would definitely pick that. But if I'm at the park and I'm like want to go back on the rides, I would just stand and get it over just so we can go back. You know, waiting in line for an hour.
So
Like
you can go on mission breakout and then throw it up.
Exactly. And then have George buy me lunch after. See, we're good. We can
There
do
you go.
both.
That brings up the point to me is that it depends on the restaurant. Because what restaurant that would you really be like, man, I need the best seat in the house to be able to do it? Unless you're getting on the one near Pirates and you're stuck next to the door that opens and shuts the whole fucking time. That's the only time you would like get the worst seat. But I agree with Tony. Like I can sit there for an hour and just have a conversation with you guys before my food gets there.
I guess it would depend on like the situation.
I think if let's put it this way, we don't go to the park after. We just go there to eat. Like I would definitely love to
Wait.
just sit down and wait. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would do. And if I lived close enough, I would have dinner in the parks. Like I
Mhm.
would go, hey, what do you
Dude,
want to do?
I became a local. I went into Disneyland at 6 p.m. with Abby, literally, and we walked around, we sat, we had dinner, maybe did like a ride or two. I can't really remember, and then we left. And I was like, okay, now I'm officially a local.
See, and this is the thing, George. As you become more localized, like, you're not gonna give a fuck about the rides. I'm telling you. Like I go there, I walk around and eat. That's all I do now. I don't go on anything. Oh, it's
And
a
look at the
5-minute
Asian
wait.
girls.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh, that's a 5-minute wait. Nah, not worth it. Not waiting.
5
in that.
minutes.
I'm not waiting in that. Hell no.
That's funny.
All right. Would you rather bring back Lightning Lane at Disneyland Park, or have Genie Plus, but the same way that they have it at Disney World?
You mean bring back Fast Pass, the original?
Yeah, sorry, Fast Pass, but ticketed where you have to run and grab the pass.
I would take that. Yeah, that's that I want Fast Pass back.
Okay.
What about you, George?
You're
really thinking. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, either the paper fast passes, or you know what I really wish that they would bring back is Disneyland's Max Pass, because it was like the paper fast pass, but it was so easy to control on the phone, and it
Max
was
Pass had the wings and better absorption. It was great. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Yes, I knew you were getting with that. Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
I was kidding. Go ahead, George. Sorry, bro.
No, actually, I'm glad you said it because I was actually just going to say it right out. So you said it very subtle.
Maxi pad joke.
Maxi pad pass. Yeah. So I would, either like Disneyland's Max Pass or the paper kiosks. That genie, like, even the Fast Pass Plus at Walt Disney World was a pain in the ass because they only allotted you 3 Fast Passes per day per park, unless you had like a park hopper. And then after you utilized all 3, if it was like past like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., you could then make more Fast Passes. But at that point, they were all booked out anyway. So what was the point?
That's true. And see, when I went to Disney World the second time with the children, it was so easy for me to navigate. But that's also because it was Disney World. You know what I mean?
Right.
But having that same system at a Disneyland, there's too many people and it's so small that it didn't work out. FastPass works so well because you actually had to walk your happy ass all the way across to get that, and not everyone was going to do that. So it just made more sense for me to go FastPass. But once again, having kids, it is kind of easy for me to sit on my ass and just pick those tickets. Yeah. So I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna no, I like my FastPass. I'll walk my happy ass. I'm going Fast Pass. About you, Tony?
Yeah, Fast Pass. I mean, I've only experienced the Fast Pass, so I'll have to go with that. What is it now?
It's like all app based
really
stuff, and you pay for it. You pay for it. It's all on your phone. So it's like $40,
and you only get like a certain amount a day or something like that, right? Or an hour or some shit.
You got to coordinate them, right, George? Like you can't have like too many at once and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to like stack them in a way. Like after like a certain time, you make one, you scan in, and then you can make another one after you scan. Okay. But it also depends on the availability, because just to say, if you wanted to go on the Incredicoaster and it's say 10 in the morning, if they're all booked out and there's only an opening till like say 6 p.m., then you have to wait till 6 p.m. to go on the Incredicoaster. But if that's the case, then I don't know if you could then make another one up until then. I think you have to wait like a certain allotted time before you can make one, because it's so farther out that you would have to wait from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it was with the paper ones too. Like you couldn't just knock them out. You had to like coordinate too. So yeah, but now you pay for it.
Yep. And I think that's just a fucking money grab, and it's kind of bullshit because the old way worked better. The lines were a lot shorter, especially when you're trying to get into. There should be no reason why I have to stand on top of the Jungle Cruise to get onto Indiana Jones.
Right, it's ridiculous. See, the problem with the paid Fast Pass is actually, this is the one thing where Disney's probably like, if you're going to charge for it, make it really expensive, because then you have less people in the system. So when you pay for it, you actually skip the line. But if you make it like $30-$40, it's like just affordable enough that ton of people are in there. So now even when you pay the money, you're still waiting in fucking line forever.
Yeah,
make it like 200. That's what Universal does. It works out so much better over there.
Would you pay that? I mean, probably OG wouldn't pay it, because
I wouldn't pay because I don't care about the rides. But I mean, it would make more sense if you were a rides person. You pay a little extra, and then once you pay it, though, there's less people in that line, because not many people are willing to pay $150 now. Absolutely. Or like 30 or 40. That's just affordable enough where you have a lot of people in that system.
And I think even for me, like, I am a rides person. Like, I'm a rides and vibes kind of, I do both. But when
I'm at the strip club, I'm a rides guy, though. So it just depends where I'm at.
He goes right to the front of the line on that one.
Yeah.
But like, if I go to the parks enough where it's like, if there's a ride like Space Mountain that's like 70 minutes, it's like, I could skip it today. I'll try it for another day.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you rather the ghost hosts, not ghost hosts, but the I can't remember, the Gus and all them at the end? Would you really rather them really follow you around for a week, or would you rather have the Yeti from from the Matterhorn follow you around for a week.
The Yeti, dude.
Yeah.
He's dope. He's dope.
What's his name? Carl? What is it? What is it?
Harold.
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 Yeah, Harold's the homie, dude. He can follow me around.
What about you,
I'll
George?
pick Harold as well, bro.
Harold?
Yeah, Harold.
No, those ghosts are kind of mischievous, dude. They're up to something.
Ghosts in general, I'm not a fan of, bro.
Do you believe in ghosts,
Yeah.
Tony?
Do I believe in them? No, because I've never seen them. But that I'm not saying they're fake because I don't want them to haunt me. Now that I'm saying that they're not real. Believe in you guys. I promise.
What about you, George?
When I was a kid, that was like my biggest fear, like going down the hallway at night or something, and then like seeing a fucking ghost.
Dude, my brother would fuck with me, dude, because my brother's 7 years older than I am. So he told me that there was some girl that died in our closet sometime. Like, dude, it was so bad, bro. He scarred me. He fucking scarred me. And then you ever? I know I'm not the only one because I've seen videos of people do this. But have you ever watched a scary movie and you want to go like to the kitchen, to the bathroom, like when you were younger, of course, but you're too scared to fucking move out of the room because it's so dark in the hallway and shit. So you fucking like run. You have to like.
I was
all
like
the time.
Yeah, I was like that because especially in our old house, like in the kitchen, because there was a pathway that led to the basement from the kitchen. And there was no door there.
Yeah.
It was just,
Well, I stayed at Abby's and George's house last night, and I was laying there, and I just saw George running by. I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Oh, you don't want to know, bro.
Yeah, one of the ball that where you hold the balls and run. Like, hey!
George was running by, but all OG heard was clapping, dude.
Yep,
clapping.
It wasn't his balls; it was his ass.
Yeah, I know.
That dump
but
truck.
to answer your question, like I believe like in like spirits. Like I feel like if like with loved ones, like that, if you were close to someone, they tell you that they're close by and what have you. That's what I like to believe in, because I don't go into like that supernatural shit, because like I really don't want like a ghost to come and follow me, like, and like, who the hell are you, like?
Yeah. Dude, I've had totally off subject, by the way, but I've had a dream recently. I woke up and I literally woke up crying because I saw my late grandmother who passed a couple years ago in my dream.
Damage.
Totally not the right time for that fucking. Totally not the right time for that one. But I woke up emotional because I saw my grandma's like a vivid image of my grandma, and it was very. That's when I was told that she visited me in my dreams. So I believe in that kind of like spiritual being, but as far as like seeing something as I'm awake, I haven't seen nothing yet. So, and I hope it stays that way, guys.
I agree with what Tony said too, because I've had some weird stuff happen. So, for instance, my wife brought home like a clock from my grandmother, and it was in the room. And I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 3 o'clock exactly. Have you ever noticed that you always wake up at the fucking exact time, like 3 o'clock or 5 or 4? It's never like 4:01.
There's a reason for that, actually. Why, like 3 o'clock? It's actually your body's producing cortisol to start the process of waking you up. So that,
nerd, dude.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's a cortisol, Marcus. It's a cortisol.
As I'm very intrigued, by the way. We'll talk more about that after. But anyways, back to the story. I wake up at 3 o'clock and I hear ticking, like TikTok, like fucking the one the crocodile swallows. And I just keep hearing. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I'm too lazy to get up. So I ended up falling asleep, and I wake up in the morning. I tell my wife, like, you got to take the clock out. It was going off last night. It kept clicking. And so, what do you mean? I said, yeah, keep going. And she picked up. There's no fucking batteries in it.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, actually, yeah, like I had something similar. There was again like a clock radio, and this was right after my grandma passed on my dad's side, and it was like one of those old fashioned like clock radios, and weird things were happening around the house after she passed, but no one believed my mom. So my aunt came over and she said, you'll see weird shit happening. Here, the clock radio, it was wired, so it had to be like plugged in. It turned on, and it showed the number, and it started playing like music because, but the switch was off,
Ugh.
and it wasn't plugged in. So it was like my aunt,
Burn
like
the whole house, bro. Burn it down.
my aunt booked out of like but we knew it was my grandmother because she literally just passed.
Mhm.
And it was like just weird stuff. Like we knew that she was like making signs to say that she was there.
Yeah, trying to
Yeah,
find
the-
her place.
What were we gonna say, OG?
Well, it's crazy. There were like years and years ago when I was younger. I had like one of those like it was like they had like these on and like Disney would sell these like little toys that were like that would attach to like an antenna. That's how long you knew the story was, right? So this was like a little Stitch. So I had like this radio in my room, and then I had like the little Stitch. It was really for your car, but I just put it on my radio. Yeah, so I clipped them on the very top of the antenna, and I'm laying there at night one night. I look over, and on the wall, there's a giant, what looked like a giant rose on the wall, and it was just the way the angle of the antenna and the Stitch made the shadow. Freaked the hell out of me. Like, why is there a fucking rose in my own? Yeah, that was scary.
The one thing that sucks about like the whole ghost situation, these videos, these movies, is that a lot of people fake these interactions with the supernatural, and it kind of dilutes the actual things happening, because you don't know if this is real or not. You don't know if they're fucking around with you. You don't know if this video's been edited and all that shit. So there's a lot of these TV shows that they have that for sure it's fake.
Ghost hunters.
Exactly, ghost hunters. Like, and it sucks because like now it dilutes it so much, people don't believe in the supernatural, which if you believe it, you don't. If you believe it, you do. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But
And see, I watch Project Fear. They're on YouTube. They used to be on Travel Channel as Destination Fear under Zach Baggins' little fucking thing, but now they do it on their own, and they do all their own editing and everything like that, and it's just less bullshit. They don't do the oh my god, did you hear that, bro? Oh, punching myself in the face. Like, it's not that shit. It's like, fuck, I heard that. Did you freak out? They run out of the fucking places, like shit like that. It's like real reactions.
Yeah.
And I love that. And they make it fun too. They like draw out of boxes or out of a bag, and whatever name gets pulled, they get to choose who gets to go sleep in what room by themselves. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, go ahead. No, finish up. Sorry.
That was it. Go check them out.
So okay, I got a question for all three of you guys then.
Yeah.
If you guys would spend 24 hours, and I'm talking about when the sun goes down is when your 12 hours start, or until the sun comes up, you stop, and then you do it 2 nights in a row. You spend 24 hours at Disneyland with all the lights off. Like there's no lights on whatsoever. Would you guys do it?
With the
Oh, I would do it.
No, you're not riding any rides. Okay, maybe the ride lights are on, but as far as like it's not lit up that much. Like the store lights are off.
Just in the park at night.
You're just in the park at night by yourself.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would, but I've heard crazy stories though, like about the Haunted Mansion.
Really?
Like,
What?
yeah, I've heard crazy stories about that, like at night, like when it closes and stuff. I don't know if that's like fake, like like fake mythology, fake lore, but I've heard like things moving on their own and stuff like that.
So our buddy Irish, shout out to Irish, he works at Disney and he works for that ride. So I'll talk to him. I'll probably bring him on at some point and see if he's heard anything or any.
I'm
Yeah.
really surprised he's not been on a episode with these two.
Yeah, we got to do that, man.
Like,
I don't
but he worked there years ago, and he goes to Disneyland probably just as much as you guys. Like, he's a huge, him and his wife are
Wow.
big Disney fans. But I'm really surprised he hasn't been on like an episode with us and you guys, because he's really knowledgeable.
Kind of going back to what Tony said, but with the lights on and everything. If you had to live, like choose your home for a year in Disneyland Park.
Oh, it's easy, bro.
As a ride, like what ride would you live in?
Oh, either right. Well, I don't know. I would live in Mickey's house. Mickey's house is awesome. That's my home.
You're just stuck to Mickey's house. That's your home, dog.
I'm living in Mickey's house. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my spot. Have you been in there, Tones?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's pretty cool in
It's
there,
pretty
bro.
cool. Has a lot of
Yeah.
room. Oh, what's upstairs? What's
I
upstairs?
don't know.
I need to know.
I don't know.
What's
Uh,
that? Real quick, George can answer it after this. But what's that thing called where it's like you have to become a member of this thing, and it's like a
Club 33.
yeah. There you go. What is that about? I don't
I
understand.
don't ask OG since he just has highfalutin dinners up there.
Yeah, my sister is a member there, but you pay like a crazy amount, and then you can go up there. You can have there's like a lounge, a bar, like a full service like fancy restaurant, and then but they also get like extra stuff. Like they get like I think like 50 free tickets a year to give to family and friends, and then they get like access to the parks. Like you don't have to make a reservation on that. Like you just
Oh, so they get it free? Like they could just walk.
yeah,
in
well,
whenever they want?
they pay a lot each year for that, but yeah, you don't. All that comes with their Club 33, and you can have your friends and family get in free too.
Wow. So my question to you
Yeah.
is there a limit when you guys go, and how much is it?
It's like I believe it's 20,000 a year, something crazy like that, and like that's my pass is actually connected to her thing.
Okay.
So I get the friends and family annual pass from her, and I don't have any reservations, nothing. I can go any day I want.
It kind of makes up for it. And if you were to help pay, like have those people in the family help pay towards it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Especially
It
if you
makes
go
sense.
with a lot of people,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
like you're a family, you know.
yeah. And then we get 50 free tickets. So if like George wants to come one day and he's blocked out, or if we have a friend that hasn't been before, we can give him a free ticket and stuff like that. And I think you can get like you get like special access seating for like fireworks and parades, things like
Is
that.
there like a waiting list, or you could just buy
Yeah,
it if you
dude.
want?
There's a
No,
crazy wait list.
it's like a decade waiting list, like literally a
Oh,
decade.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's a minute, dude, for sure.
That's
George,
crazy.
the Italiano. What about you? Where would you live?
Mm.
Club 33.
Yes. I have to say, yeah. I mean, I've been up to Club 33, the Lounge 1901.
Webba. Sorry.
It's
Web
webs. That I actually enjoy the lounges actually more than the restaurant itself. I mean, I know that the restaurant is like nostalgia because that was like Walt's like hangout spot and
Yeah.
everything. I love the lounges.
The lounge is better, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need no 7-course meal. It takes 3 hours to eat.
Yeah.
I'm good on that, dude. I'm not into that fancy stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
the food at the lounge is even like
Better.
yeah.
I feel like it would be really scary to live in Pirates. Just all the animatronics moving and the
Oh, hell
music.
yeah.
Their eyes, do they follow you?
Yeah, dude. I feel like
Oh,
I'd be scared
dude.
as fuck.
And think about it, Tones. As technology improves with all this AI stuff, what if these animatronics eventually have like AI and they
Mhm.
learn and they adapt? Oh, dude, that'd be crazy, bro.
Well, and Disney would be the first one to implement that in the parks. So let me tell
Oh,
you.
100%, dude. 100%. They'll be like free roaming pirates. They won't be attached to the ground, and they'll like be able to think for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck all that. I robot in this bitch, bro.
5 Nights at Pirates. What was great, dude.
Shit.
So that was
I
your-
honestly don't know like where.
Where you live?
No, I don't really have like one specific spot that I'd be like
I would live at Starbucks.
There you go.
Be
Don't
fucking
count.
awesome.
like
That's
just,
yeah.
just Disneyland Park or like anywhere in
just Disneyland Park.
just Disneyland Park. Okay.
What do you mean live though? Like what does this entail?
Like
what do
you got a bed, you got a fucking dresser, you shower there. There's random showers in there.
What about
You're
the
living
treehouse? That's a
I
dope
know where
spot.
I'd go.
Oh,
I know where I'd go.
Where?
I'd take Walt's apartment above the fire
yeah,
station.
there you go. Okay,
There you
I
go.
was waiting for someone to say that.
You're a nerd,
I-
George.
I was
fucking nerd?
Nerd.
nah.
But can you imagine him coming out possessed, bro? I think he would love it. I think George would
yeah.
love being possessed by
Walt.
Walt.
Oh yeah, bro.
What about you, Tony?
Man, I just thought of a really bad dirty joke, but it would not sound right.
Oh,
Now you gotta
Walt,
say it.
Now you gotta say it, bud.
That's
But
never
no,
stopped you
he said,
before,
like,
George.
If I came possessed by what I was like, well, yeah, he can He could
Oh,
come and
no.
meet from time to time.
All right. All right. I don't.
All right, guys.
I
Well,
don't-
that wraps it up. Oh yeah, it's not mine. My
All right.
Tony, where would you live at?
bad. Oh fuck it, George. You think I can go after hearing that? Where would I go? Is that what it would sound like?
Exactly. George is queefing.
Oh my god. I want to throw up.
Shit.
Where would I go? Fuck. The castle. Chilling in that castle, bro.
Oh, there
That'd
you
be cool.
go.
That's a good one.
Be in the
Yeah.
fucking castle, bro. Why not?
That makes sense.
Nice.
Shit, that was a good one. That was a
Dirty
good
joke.
one.
George lives upstairs in the apartment, and I live in the firehouse downstairs. George is on the one on top.
There you go.
So
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
just gonna stay at the launch bay.
Launch Bay.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a big ass circle building. I can just do whatever I want up there. Like, I feel like I have freedom.
You got all the real estate in the world in there, bro.
Yeah, all the real estate. I get to go look out in the lounge if I want. Look at the fireworks every night. Fuck it. That's where I'm staying. Why is that still there? Why the fuck is it still there? Why is any of that still there? Are we demolishing? Are we rebuilding? What do you guys think? Demolish or rebuild, or put like insert new rides into the spots that are already there?
I'm a big proponent of like bulldoze everything in Tomorrowland except Space Mountain. Let's get a new Tomorrowland. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of
Tomorrowland,
like
though.
what's up?
Do we still call it Tomorrowland, or do we go the route like Paris has?
I would do Tomorrowland, but I would go in a more like retro future, a little more timeless, like kind of like Fantastic Four style, you know?
I would bulldoze everything in Tomorrowland except for Space Mountain, and actually the old Carousel Progress building. Because for me, I would actually bring back the Carousel Progress for Disneyland. It feels more for Disneyland. And as I said, I would love an update where if they're going to start making a Walt animatronic well, I mean, they'll have it in the main on Main Street, you know, in the Lincoln Theater. But I mean, like, even for Walt Disney World, I always thought to put in a Walt animatronic and the Sherman Brothers, actually audio animatronics of the Sherman Brothers, and they act out the scene that really happened where they're playing A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow before the show starts.
That'd be awesome. Classic. My thing is that, do we need another roller coaster there? Like, what can Tomorrowland have another roller coaster?
I mean, technically it could, because it has a lot of variety already. Like you have Star Tours, you have Buzz, you have Autopia, the subs. I think it could support one more coaster. Absolutely.
What about I think we talked about this before on your channel. I don't want to see clones. Like, I'm so sick of clones, especially when I can fly 8 hours and go ride that ride over there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want Tron. So give me something else.
I used to want Tron, but I agree with you now, Candid. I wouldn't want it now.
That thing is so big, dude. Like, how? Like,
It's huge.
what the
But
fuck?
real quick, I have to say this because I love the movie Tron. Why
So
haven't
good.
they implemented it inside Disneyland? Even if it's a different ride than the one in Disney World,
They
like
should.
something with Tron, even like the video games that they have in Tron.
Bro,
Dude,
they had
Star Tours.
Yeah,
there you go. Tones, check out on YouTube Disney Electronica. It was back in like 2011. It was in Hollywoodland at DCA. They did projection mapping all down the buildings. They played music. You can they had like little bars. The whole thing was a Tron themed night, like party.
That'd be so
They
amazing.
did it
bro.
to promote Tron Legacy. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
dude, it was sick. The whole backlot looked like a Tron, like the grid. And you go and you drink, you dance. It was fun, dude.
Why don't
it
they
was
do
fun.
that for the Tron movie coming up?
They should. They even had this one guy, Laser Man, and there was a laser that came from like the floor, and he had like mirrors on his palms, and he could manipulate the laser and shoot it on different directions.
That's sick.
It was dope, dude. They gotta bring that back, George. They gotta bring that back.
Did, honestly, and it was, you know, for DCA, like that was like perfect for that.
Yeah,
Like,
man, they haven't done those. They haven't done those in years.
Clip this Candid and tag Disney in it, bro.
I will.
Absolutely.
I'll do that. If you could retheme one ride in the Disney park, in Disneyland, we'll say Disneyland, California, one ride, what would that be, and what would the retheme be?
I would get rid of the Incredibles theme for the Incredicoaster. I just think that's a weird mix. Yeah,
What would you
I
retheme
would
that?
get. That's a
You're
tough
right
one.
about that. You're actually right about that, OG, because it is
Right?
weird. It is a little weird because it doesn't. The Incredibles doesn't really go with the actual ride. You're right about that. Now that I think about it,
It's weird, right? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Toy Story. I know there's a lot of Toy Story over there, but you can probably work Toy Story because it could be like a toy set, you know. But just Incredibles for me, yeah, it doesn't work. I'd retheme that one for sure.
And see, I would like to retheme Big Thunder to Toy Story, not Toy Story, but like as
Woody.
a Woody like roundup. I think that'd be really cool. It's also a classic ride. I don't want to touch, but if I was to do something like that and had to IP it, that's where I would go.
Yeah.
For me, I would I would yeah, he really does. He despises it with a passion.
Yeah.
I would retheme Web Slingers because I just think like Spider-Man deserves such a much better ride than those toaster ovens that you ride, that it's basically another shooter ride. Like I was like so gung-ho that when they said, you know, we're getting Spider-Man and Disney patent that swinging pendulum thing, like that would have been like one kick-ass ride. And
say that again. That word again.
which one?
Pendulum.
Pendulum?
That's so. I never heard it said like that. Say it again,
Pendulum?
George. Pendulum.
Pendulum.
I've always heard it pronounced pendulum.
Pendulum.
Yeah.
Pendulum.
Is that what you
What
were
did I
saying?
You're California
What did I
now,
say?
George. Come on, get together.
What did I say?
I think you said
Pendulum.
pendulum.
You said
Pendulum.
pendulum.
Pendulum? Is that what I said?
I think so.
I don't
Sounds
know
like
if
a
that's how it's
fucking
pronounced.
battery.
By the way, that's.
Okay.
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. By the way, Like-
Swinging pendulum. Yeah, I
Okay.
think probably I said it so fast I can't. Pendulum. Yeah,
Yeah.
pendulum.
Okay.
Pendulum.
Pendulum.
Oh, you are. I just thought like there's a different like pronunciations for certain words, and I thought that was one of them.
Oh, okay.
Tony, dude. Fuck you.
Well,
Tony.
there's out and there's at. You know.
Yeah. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Oh shit. What's your perfect Disney meal?
Ooh.
Oh, we know. Oh, geez, just an Asian on a plate.
On a plate. Oh man, that's a nice little meal. How about some broccoli?
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
There we go. There we go. For my vegans out there, Marcus. For my vegans out there.
Hell yeah.
No. Best Disney meal? That's a tough one. Disney's not really like greatest when it comes to food. I gotta be honest with you.
Mm-mm.
Not
I
the
agree.
best. Oh, this is tough.
And there's things like I don't see, even for me, I don't crave anything. I don't go like fuck. I need to go to Disneyland. 'Cause I crave this. There's nothing
Yeah.
there for
Honestly,
me.
like
Actually, those pastries. What's that pastry place?
I
The
think-
one where you get the Matterhorn cookies.
I think
That place
so.
is really good.
It's
Jolly
like a-
Holiday.
Jolly Holiday is really good. Oh,
is that
dude,
what
their
it's called?
tomato soup and the grilled cheese, fire.
Is that the place? It's like a white
Yeah.
Old
building, and there's
school
like
looking.
yeah,
Yep.
that place is pretty good, bro. I got to
really
admit,
good.
they
Yeah.
have good pizza there.
I think for me,
It's Chico Central. What up?
probably would be Lamplight, but the boardwalk, because now they have like all the appetizers. I love the lobster nachos.
Ooh,
The
Do they give
the-
you a lot of lobster though?
I feel like
What's
they
that?
used to.
Do they give you a lot of lobster?
they usually do for me. I mean, they give you a decent sized portion.
I hate. I don't know. It's like one of the biggest pet peeves is like getting lobster nachos or lobster bisque or whatever it is, and there's like not a lot of lobster in
Oh
it.
no, I had that
One of
the
my
lobster
biggest
bisque where there was literally no lobster in it.
Yeah, I
And they
fucking
said,
hate it.
"Oh, it's in the stock," and I'm like, "Bullshit!" Like, and
That
then
is
they brought
fucked.
like a plate, like a pile full of lobster. I'm like, "Yeah, like what's in the stock now, bitch?" Like, no, that wasn't at Disney, but that was just like at a regular restaurant. Like, I hated that shit. Like,
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, especially when it comes to a fish that a lot of people like crab or lobster or shrimp. Like a lot of people, and you don't get it. It's like, what the fuck?
but the lobster nachos, like every time that I've gotten it was always substantial amounts of lobster.
Oh, see, I haven't had it in a while. I haven't had that since Cove Bar days. And it's funny because I don't eat seafood, but I can eat the lobster nachos because there was so little lobster on them.
That's the most OG thing I've heard you say all day.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would always order the lobster nachos because there was no lobster on it. It was great, but they've changed it because I haven't had it literally since the Cove Bar. It's been that long.
What about you, Tony?
I would have to go with the pastries, bro. The pastries there, like I haven't had anything there that is just
amazing.
Unless you go to like the restaurants. I had the chips and salsa. I like chips and salsa. It's like one of my favorite things. And I don't know what restaurant it was called. It was
that's why honestly, like
Mexican
when it comes to food, like Walt Disney World for me, like takes the cake for that. Because like every time I'm in Disneyland or DCA, it's like, what do you want to eat? It's like, well, we can go to Galactic Grill for a burger. We can go to Red Rose Tavern for a burger. We can go wherever for it's like it's all the same thing. It's either like burgers, chicken tenders, which is fine, but I mean, like, does every restaurant have to have the same damn thing? Like,
well, that's why I like the Lunar New Year and events like that because it brings a little variety to the table, you know.
But that's the thing, you shouldn't have to have a celebration of something for a good food, especially in Los Angeles, bro. Like you're filled with restaurants, little hole in the walls with tremendous food in Los Angeles. Why not implement that in the park? And it's something that you guys have mentioned plenty of times, especially when it comes to Mexican food, but not even just Mexican food. There's plenty of hole in the walls that they can put in the parks that the people will enjoy. They would love to try these restaurants.
100%.
You know, mine for me was Whitewater Snacks. The place right outside of DCA, like in the hotel. Back in the day, it was a hidden gem. You'd go in there and you get nachos. Then you had a choice of like chicken or like beef, but it wasn't beef. It was I think like asada or something, but it was literally chunks of steak. Like they didn't know what the fuck they meant by asada, and they're like, I know, but like they didn't know it was like asada, dude. There was like full on fucking steak that they chopped up thick, so you get half and half, and it came on this plate, like huge plate, where I would share it with my wife, and we would be full, and it was like $10. And then the last few times we went, you get this small little plate. You didn't get half the fucking meat on there, and it just was
inflation,
way more
baby.
Inflation, exactly. And people started knowing about it, and it sucked. And then they had this really good like cheese sauce on there too. But that was our go-to. But now I don't really have anywhere. I don't really go too many places. You know what pisses me off? You want to go real quick, Tone?
No, I just wanted to ask a question. It's way off subject.
All right, let me go real quick then.
Okay, go.
This is what pisses me off because this was coming from Mr. Webb. We need more sit-down restaurants. Why the fuck did they put Tiana where it is instead of putting it over on the other side in Critter Country, where it would have made way more sense to actually build out her whole fucking restaurant there because it's 2 stories like in the fucking movie, and then not only that, you would have been able to have it as a sit-down restaurant, been able to hold way more people to eat there.
Oh, you mean I got you. Tiana's the restaurant. You mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying like put it where, what is it now? Hungry Bear Jamboree.
Hungry Bears. Yep.
So put Tiana. We would have put Tiana's there. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly where I would have put it. And you would have been able to fucking make it look beautiful, perfect setting for it.
See me, I wouldn't care if they did that now because I'm pissed off because they got rid of my hot honey chicken sandwich from Hungry Bear because they went all barbecue shit and like,
really?
Yeah, they got rid of. They changed the whole menu. That was like actually one of my favorite.
That was the best places. Yeah, that was the best place.
Yeah, and it's like, no, don't get me wrong. I love brisket. I love ribs and everything, but it's like the look of it just didn't look appealing to me. Like I have like no urge to even eat at Hungry Bear anymore.
Yeah, and who said, Mr. Webber, that back side of Critter Country couldn't be New Orleans or the Bayou? You know what I mean? And that's what I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to turn that whole thing, keep it where it is, make it a little bit more Bayou themed, the whole back area.
Well, and I hate to say it, but like Pooh, like just completely throws it at completely
You can
because
even
you're
turn
calling
Boo
it
into a
Bayou
bayou.
Country. You're calling it Bayou Country, but Winnie the Pooh is UK. Like that has like nothing to do with the Bayou. Honestly, they really need to just flush Pooh. Like it's, you know,
What a fucking what a pun that was, dude. Oh, George.
Fucking flush.
Did you mean to do that? Did you mean to do that?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that
He was
was
holding
amazing.
it. He was holding it forever.
George got bars, dude. Undercover bars right here.
All right, tell us what you're gonna say.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't. Hopefully, OG comes back before that. But, have you seen How to Train Your Dragon, the trailer yet, George?
Yes.
What'd you think of it so far? Like of the trailer?
Just by the trailer, I think it's going to be one kick-ass movie.
Yeah,
Honestly, like I love the trilogy, like animated films. I always said to myself, like, if it was done properly, this would make actually a great live action. So, based off of what I've seen, if they really can pull this off, and I even think Disney is a little bit worried with that because they just now moved Elio a week after June 13th, and we were wondering why.
Damn.
Abby reminded me, and she said, "Well, there was a movie that was kind of going head to head with it, and what was it?" And we looked it up, and it was How to Train Your Dragon. So Disney is even worried that if they opened Elio with How to Train Your Dragon, it wouldn't have stand. It would have never.
Well, here's the problem. I think Elio, it looks like a really good movie. The problem is it's a new franchise going up against a well-established one with How to Train Your Dragon. So it's risky, you know? I mean, Elio is probably going to be pretty dope, but it's like people are going to be more drawn to the thing they already know. That's
Which I think even waiting a week is not going to even do anything. Like if I was Disney, I would have released Elio maybe a week early, kind of give it like a head start, get some legs on it. Where How to Train Your Dragon is only going to be in its second week when Elio comes out. I don't, you know.
Yep.
Wow.
OG, would you think? Have you seen the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon? How to Train Your Dragon?
What? For sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think it looks really good. I think it looks fantastic.
What's your thoughts on that movie?
I think that this is going to be one of those live action remakes that actually make a lot of sense. I think you can do a lot with this. And I think I've said before, I would love to see them take this franchise and make it a series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And honestly, if the movie is successful, they'll definitely make the second and third one.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And then even go beyond even what OG was saying, like make it a series, like even go beyond the films.
Yeah, like really dive into the lore, you know, but like do the series like a serious thing, like House of Dragon, obviously without the explicit stuff. But I mean, dude, you could do a lot. You could do a lot with that franchise
Absolutely.
in live action.
I mean, I want to see Hiccup getting it on.
Of course. So the one thing that I brought up when we did the trailer reaction to it is I'm not too sure if there's been $1 billion movie yet this year, but once this movie comes out, I do think it's going to be the first one. Like I honestly think it looks that good within the trailers. The teaser trailers even did amazing, but seeing how spot on these movies are going to be from the animation movies, I think it's going to be one of the most profitable movies of the year.
Tony, they took the fucking Toothless and put him in this movie.
Yes.
Wild.
It looks so good.
We talked about it. You said it best. Like you took an animated, made up mythological fucking thing and made it look real life.
Absolutely.
Fucking crazy concept. And I agree with you, Tony. I think you're right. This is going to be the first one to break that mold, and it's going to become more than what they think. And guess what they did, which I just love that they're really Universal has this fire lit under their ass. They're opening up that park in I think May, right? So this movie's going to come out. It's going to be a fucking smash hit. All those people are going to go to that park and fucking just
well, and it's not even you mentioned like with Toothless, but I love even how they're bringing Gerard Butler.
Dude, what a perfect cast, right?
Like,
perfect
I mean,
casting.
that's perfect. And even the actor playing Hiccup, like that was like spot on. Even to just get like, if you had to pick like a real life person that was going to go from animated to live, like I don't know, like who was in charge of like with the casting and all that, but as I said, just going by just the trailer alone, like it grabbed my attention. And honestly, we were talking about Epic Universe and everything, and honestly, How to Train Your Dragon was slowly climbing up like our roster for like lands we would want to experience. Because honestly, at the very beginning, it was at the very bottom.
Well,
Like
and
I
then
have no appeal to even consider it.
yeah, the Nintendo was very high, but after experiencing that here, it's okay. It's nothing spectacular. So the Dark Universe and the Dragon stuff, yeah, that's like
Yeah,
top
hell
of my
yeah.
list
Give me
too
that.
right now.
Yep, give me that.
And
So speaking of, oh, go ahead.
wait, one more thing before we pop
Horrible
off.
horrible segue, dude.
One more
Go ahead,
thing.
go ahead, Tony. You just ruined the segue.
I think this movie is going to pave the way for other remakes, as other remakes in live action. And we've had, of course, other live action remakes that just didn't hit the right way for most of us. Like I
Yeah.
can't name a good live action movie that was not even better, but as good as the original animation movies. But I do think this is going to pave the way for movies like How to Train Your Dragon, you know, people stuff with like dragons and other, you know, mythical creatures that we're going to see into a live action. And I do think this is going to lead the way, and that's why I think it's going to be $1 billion movie.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And this movie is going to be really good. Like you can dive into this on your channel, the Bad Thought Studio.
Absolutely.
Because this fits in your wheelhouse with that whole thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm taking the family to actually see it in theaters, and I don't go to the movie theaters very often. So that's how excited I am for this one. Everyone that's in the chat, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. We're not done yet. I still got a few more questions. I know I kind of threw it out there because I didn't get to segue into what I wanted to fucking say because Tony just had to repeat the same shit over and over again. So fuck you, Tony. But going back. Going back to it, what is your ultimate Disney bucket list thing to do in Disneyland? We're sticking Disneyland because Tony knows Disneyland more. What is a bucket list thing that you haven't done yet? And OG has that weird smirk on his face, like he's
to go to Disneyland with you and not go on any rides. I think that would be a bucket list of mine because you'd be pissed off the whole day, and I would enjoy my day.
You know what? If you're paying for me to get in there, then we're good. I will.
I bet that's a
you gotta pay.
Bucket list. I got you.
That's fantastic. That's a tough one, dude.
You know what I would want to see, bro? Like honestly, and all jokes aside, is I would love to see you guys interview or just have a conversation with some of them, some of the people who make the rides, or even, you know, someone in the higher ups of Disney. Because
cool.
you guys put out so much fucking content when it comes to Disney. Not that
Real
you guys
content,
want the,
by the way.
Yeah, not that you guys want the notoriety, but you guys put in so much time and effort to, you know, show people how good and, you know, sometimes not the best things that happen at Disney. But you're not biased when it comes to Disney for most of the time. I would love to see you guys interview and get that notoriety that you guys deserve, because it would be an awesome interview if you guys were to ever talk
and you
to
guys
someone.
You guys heard me say this a million times on my channel, even on their channel. That's what brought me into watching OG and his crew, because they weren't fluffy about it. Like they didn't bullshit around. He said the F word like 5 times, and one day, fuck yeah, dude, you're saying F word and Disney? Like, come on. And that's what makes it real. You see all these influencers go into these parks and they start talking this and this, and like, dude, I've been there 1,000 times. I've eaten the same fucking thing you're eating. It is not good. So stop telling me things are good when you get a free pass and a free ticket to get in there and get all of it for free. Like,
right.
That's
why.
And you can tell when someone is bullshitting you.
Yeah,
you can tell. The audiences are not dumb. They know. You can smile and try to fake it all you want. People can tell, you know. And you're right, Candid. It comes off for a lot of them very, very fake and very like, oh, you know, I got here on a free ride basically, and I'm gonna love everything that I fucking tried.
And there's some good ones out there. Like I love Dave. Like I think Dave's fucking great. And Dave, I love that he just kind of he pushed all that to the side and he goes in there and does his own fucking thing. Like sometimes he gets the free stuff to go do for Disney, but he's still like, dude, I'm doing an update today on something they're building. I'll go stand in the fucking parking lot and film for an hour and just talk to you guys. Like, I love that shit. But don't try to cram down your magical food down my throat. That's a shout out if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Is that what they call it now?
I don't know what they changed their name to, but whatever. Anyways, George, what were you gonna say?
Have you guys ever? Sorry, real quick, George and OG, have you guys ever thought about going to the parks and doing a video of you guys like asking Disney fans or
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
talked about that several times.
I suggested that to this guy because he's doing a vlog channel now, a sister channel where he's in the parks. I said we have to interview people like in the parks
Absolutely.
and talk to them, bro. Like, dude, I'm telling you, George, we have to do
Nope.
that soon.
I haven't seen people do that.
Exactly.
No, that would be we have to do that. We
Exactly.
I'd be like, dude, I paid $600 to get in here. Fuck off, George.
And George, no sex
I look
jokes, bro.
happy to you.
No sex jokes.
Oh,
Eating my
man.
fucking $80 corn dog. Yeah, fuck you, George.
Well, you guys should do it. I think
Yeah.
we are.
It'd be fun.
Going to do that because I mean, it was talked about like several times, and yeah, OG brought it up to me like how many times, even before I came up with Citrico Central to want to do a sister channel. He just said we should just do it. But
Mhm.
now that we're going to have a
So,
platform to actually hold it, you know,
how
but
many
please-
people, though?
please allow me to download the video so I can make clips for you. Please, I'm begging you. Like,
Yes.
How
the clips
fast
would be
can you get
amazing
kicked out,
for you
though?
guys.
It'd be
That's the
great.
thing. How many people do you think you'll be able to interview before Disney tells you to get the fuck out?
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Do they allow
Well-
that, George? Do we know?
I mean, technically, it depends on if you're
the
because if
guests
you're
are
just having
paying.
like a nonchalant conversation with someone, and if you just happen to be like recording, like I could have like the phone down, like and just like start up the conversation because that all could be edited.
Sounds like a trap.
But
It's a
that's the
trap.
thing. You're not gonna have you're not gonna have a fucking film crew behind you.
No,
You're
no,
just
no,
gonna
no,
have,
no,
no.
like,
I
didn't-
you holding the phone.
no, I didn't.
All the light shit. Yeah.
No, I didn't get to finish. Like have the conversation, like discuss if they would want to do it, and then just lift the camera up.
Yeah. I think
But,
it'd be
like,
fine.
Just like walk up to them and say, "Hey, we're filming. Like, can we like that?" I don't know if I don't think Disney would. Like,
But also another thing you could do is just stand outside the gates. Just talk to people outside the gates. Before,
Yeah.
Still on property though.
I mean, but they're not gonna come out the gates and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?" Like,
Yeah, or stand over there on Harbor, like right there on Harbor across from like the IHOP and all that,
There
like
you
right there.
Right next to the guy that's fucking throwing the weird little thing in the air.
Yeah, you got
Like, fucking
and the other guy reading the Bible, you know, right
Yeah.
between those two guys.
Waters. Then you got fucking George. Hey. Now that you dodge all those fucking creeps, my turn. All right.
I'd be like, yeah, because they got like all the high stuff, and it's like the high like technological stuff, and I'd be like, dude, no disrespect, you could tell people about Jesus. Can I just like get this out first, and then like
Right.
go back to doing
Go
your
that
thing?
way. All right, Tony, bucket
But-
list.
But no, I was gonna say really quick that like going back to even like trying the food, like when Abby and I did the Lunar New Year videos for the reviews, it was like that's like our reaction that you get is the real thing. We either tell you it's a yum or it's a yuck. You know, it's like we're not gonna just say, even if, and that's probably why Disney would probably never even consider. I don't know, maybe they would, I don't know, but like, because they said that they're trying to like change some things to have people like brutally honest, where it's like if something just doesn't taste good, you know, I'm not gonna say it does when obviously it doesn't. I'm sorry, I don't do false advertisements.
Yeah, and you
Absolutely.
shouldn't. Like that's people. I'm not gonna pay $1,000 to go to a shitty restaurant. You know what I mean? Like I do all my research before I go to like especially Disney World. It's so expensive to go to Disney World for us living in California. I watch videos to see what I can eat and what are people eating, what they like and dislike. And every time I watch a certain person, which I'm not going to mention their name, they like every fucking thing that they eat. And I've seen thousands of videos of this person that wears Roosevelt clothing that eats the
Oh, I know
same
you're talking
shit,
about.
eats the same fucking thing and thinks it's amazing. And I'm like, it can't be that good. There's a lot of things I've had there, and it was.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, I'm not saying this happens to this person, but there's creators that get hired by companies such as Disney or whatever the case may be, and they're like, "Hey, I want you to fucking tell everyone this food's amazing. You get paid for it. You get paid for the views you get. Like, we don't take any percentage, but that's just how the business.
Yeah,
works.
I know, and that's the bullshit behind it. But don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I love him, by the way, and I think he's great. But there's always that thing in my head, it's like, how much can I really trust you with some of the stuff you're doing? But yeah, no, and I get it, Tony, and it's a business. It's a business for him. It's a business for Disney. And when someone has a big platform like that, fuck yeah, you're gonna take advantage of both. Both people are gonna take advantage of each other. And he's doing a
Absolutely.
great job, and I don't want to knock him for that. But at the same time, you have to fucking dislike something for me, please. Damn it. Anyways,
Here's a pile of
Go ahead.
shit. Let me try it. Let me try this pile of shit. Yeah, it's pretty good, guys. You guys
Fuck
try it
yeah.
out.
I'll give this 5 Disney stars. Rah! Like fuck. It matches my shirt. Oh man. Bucket list, Tony. Bucket list thing to do in the parks.
In the parks or like at Disney in general?
In the parks.
Okay. In the parks would probably be go to every spot in the park that is not known by a lot of people. I want to be shown like the places where a lot of people either don't know about or a lot of people can't get into because they're not like a certain member or people just don't know about it. Like I think that'd be pretty dope because I'm sure there's a lot of shit in the park that a lot of people can't access. I think if I was in like one day, like the whole day I'm being shown places that a lot of people don't know about, I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, and that was kind of my whole thing too. Is I wanted to be able to see like the evacs of like every ride or the backside scenes of all the different rides. I've been evacuated from a few rides before, and some of them are just not what you think. Like getting off of Splash Mountain, you walk by these like old ass like tubs of water, and it just fucking stinks and it's gross. Yeah, it just wasn't that cool. Not as cool as I want to be. What about you, OG? Did you go?
No, I didn't go. I would like to actually like camp out. I think it'd be kind of crazy, like to camp out, like on like in like the Jungle Cruise, like the jungle, the jungle part of it. Like just have like a camping trip with all the homies. Like you got 4 of us, dude. Just like have a tent in the middle of there and just like fucking camp out. It'd be dope.
How sketchy? I feel like it's sketchy in there because it gets
fuck yeah.
It's deep in there. Like it's not
it's
just
deep.
The whole thing is rainforest. just that's what George said. The whole thing is rainforest, right? Like there's nothing in there. It's just all rainforest. So just imagine the actual real spiders and the real ecosystem that is fucking living in there. On that
hell yeah, bro. That'd be dope to experience that, like on Disney property. Like just have a tent, we all camp out, we cook our food. That'd be fun, man.
That would be dope. I like camping. So.
I got a really weird question, but I'm gonna ask you because I feel like you would be the one that done it. Have you ever done anything weird in the parks?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yes, I have.
Anything that'll get you trespassed?
Yeah, there you go.
You don't just say what. Don't say what.
Yeah, now mind you too, this was years ago, but yeah, like if it was if it was caught, I probably would have gotten kicked out. Nonchalantly did certain things on Haunted Mansion.
How'd you not get
fingers involved?
What's that?
He said, "How did you not get caught?"
But yeah, no, fuck my question. Tony's question.
I said, "If
they kind of go hand in hand."
Was this you, George? Right before you rode?
Yeah, I'm gonna get one for show. For show. I'm getting that for show.
That you, bro?
Yeah. It was. It was obviously like dark and everything, and we had a blanket, like a Disney like throw that we had like over us. So,
yeah. But what George didn't know is that she was a lady boy.
It's a trap.
I was kidding, George.
I'm like, wait, there's more to the story that you're telling us.
Oh shit!
So, no, I can't. Not in this. I think we'll talk off this. We'll talk off the air.
Yeah, I think that was now the incident that happened in the theater that wasn't on Disney property, but it was during Disney's planes.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh gee, George.
Oh
yeah.
But for me, as far as like a bucket list, I don't know. Like I did like. I've been to Club 33. I've done 1901. I've done the VIP tour. I've been in Walt's apartment. Like I think like all the I will say one of the things that I've wanted to do was ride the Lily Bell.
Which one?
I've
What's
always
that?
wanted to ride. It's like the back car to the
Caboose.
train, the caboose, and it was named after
Oh, okay.
Walt's wife, and it's like the little carriage cart.
Actually, bucket list for me though would be time traveling back to July 17, 1955. Be there on opening day, meet Walt.
There you go.
That'd be the
That's pretty
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be the stuff.
I feel like that's what, like, if you legitimately had a time traveling machine, I feel like you guys would definitely be the first ones.
Yeah,
or I
fuck
should
Google
say-
and all that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly think you guys, the first thing you guys would do was travel back to that time.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Right.
without a shadow of a doubt.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
Another bucket list, like I wouldn't mind like being a cast member, like to like assist like the characters, like help the princesses in and out of their dresses. Like I'm just
George, your girlfriend's watching.
Emotional damage.
Oh, that's true, George. You're in the doghouse tonight, bro.
she knows it's just all in fun. I
know.
even asked her, she knows, of course. Like I've told her, like in the very beginning, I always said, anytime like you hear me like say any kind of like those jokes,
I love that.
it's me being the
just a joke, yes,
Italiano.
exactly. I
Like-
love that.
Yeah,
That's
there's
awesome.
there's a time to
You're
put
amazing,
stuff
Abby.
aside, and she obviously knows you're with her, and I know we all know that you wouldn't do anything to jeopardize.
Yeah, no, and honestly, see, I take when I see my shot, I take it.
Yeah, his back shots.
Oh, his back shots. His back shots. 3-pointer. It's horrible.
3-pointer.
Uh,
Never a
Oh.
fucking dull moment with us four, huh?
all
I know,
right,
seriously.
last one before we head out. What is one thing you have not done at the parks, ride wise? What one ride you have not been on at Disneyland Park?
I don't
Oh,
think there is for me. I don't
I
think.
had to think pretty hard to like what I haven't done. That not like currently open stuff too. Not talking like
You
fucking
mean
EO.
rides that have closed down like years ago?
Yeah, but those don't count.
Oh, you're talking about rides that are
Recent-
only
like rides that are active rides. Like what have
I've
you
been
not
on-
done at the park?
mine is the new what's her name?
Not Tiana,
Uh,
bitch.
Tiana.
Not talking about that.
You just-
You've
you
been on
just-
you've been on Splash Mountain before.
Yeah, but it's called fucking Tiana.
Fuck, right. It doesn't fucking count. That's not real.
It's not right.
Well, that's my fucking answer because I don't know
No, it's
any
not.
other fucking rides.
Is it
Well-
is it is it only Disneyland Park or DCA?
Only,
as well?
only Disneyland Park.
I've
Only-
been on everything.
I've been on everything. Yeah,
You've
I don't
been
think
on
there's-
every single ride there.
I've been on everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I had to think about that. I've never been on the rafts.
Oh,
really?
Not
yeah.
raft, the canoes. Excuse me, the canoes. I never.
Oh, you
I
gotta
was
try
about to
those.
say, I went on the rafts with you.
Yeah, we went.
You and Ned.
Tom Sawyer Island underrated, but also like needs fucking help.
Yeah.
No, wait. You said the right. You mean like the canoes?
Canoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been on the canoes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, see,
and I've
I've
never been on
done-
Columbia.
yeah, see, I've done the raft to Tom Sawyer Island and the canoes. I swear to God, I did the canoes a couple times. Oh, it was the time that OG and I did the canoe. I swear to God, there was this child behind me and this bitch in front of me. Neither one of them knew how to
How you really
hold a
feel.
fucking oar. Like it was like the kid was getting me wet, and then this woman was like,
Wait, what?
"What?
What'd you say?
What'd I say?
That's what I'm asking. What you said.
I don't know, like what part."
What was the kid doing?
Oh no, the kid got me wet with the oar. Like the and then the woman was like, I don't know what the hell she was doing with the oar, but apparently she can't hold a stick. So like she kept on bumping into my oar and it was like throwing me off like
So you guys were touching oars at this point.
yeah. So
Just the tips.
I was getting
Yeah, just-
my oar touched one way and getting wet another.
Oh, George, you don't sound like you like the canoes very much.
Yeah, but I will say the perspective of being down in the canoes, like looking up, like because you're so used to looking down, like when you're on the Mark Twain or the looking down, yeah, or the Columbia. I like the perspective of being in the canoes, but I mean, to actually that's too much work. Like, I don't go to Disneyland to work like that. That like
That's why I don't think I've ever done them. I don't have time. Like, I'm already walking like 30 miles, dude. I don't want to have to fucking row a boat now. And then with the fucking people behind me touching oars and shit. That's not what I want to do.
Just the tip, though. Just the tip.
Yeah, just tip. Yeah, I think that in the Columbia or whatever it's called. I never rode on that either.
oh really? Oh, that's a
It's always
Is
down
there-
when I'm there. It's always dry.
Is there a Disneyland Island? Like not at Disneyland, but like a Disney Island?
What,
Castaway Key.
Alani?
Castaway Key, they own the island.
Is that what that
and
is?
now and then they own a piece of Lookout Key. It's like its own island, but Disney owns a little piece of that as well.
Was there one that was open years ago and is shut down? Like
Oh,
this-
you're talking about the one at Disney World, that creepy one that had like the fucking parasites in the
Oh,
water.
Discovery Island.
yeah. What is
It had
that?
like a bunch of like the exotic birds and stuff.
And so it's an actual island.
It was an actual island. You had to get on the ferry boat to go over there, but they closed it down, and now it's just preserved for wildlife.
Oh shit! Have you guys ever been there?
No, I haven't.
No, not in person. No, I've
That was
never
before my time. I only been to Disney World once.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
I
seeing
only been once.
Would you go back?
Oh, hell yeah.
So after that one experience, do you think it's superior to Disneyland?
In some ways, yeah. I think I like. Well, obviously, I like Disneyland more than Magic Kingdom, a lot more.
Yeah.
But I loved Animal Kingdom. I thought it was a dope park. I loved Epcot a lot, and I like the resort vibe overall with everything. So it's just a different beast. But I would love to go back. It's been almost 2 years. What was that?
It feels like a resort, where Disneyland doesn't feel like a resort to me.
Exactly. Disneyland is so like theme park like centric. Over there in Florida, like you have all the lakes and it just hits different, dude, for
I
sure.
agree. You know, I
Yeah.
officially said it the other day to a buddy that I mean, I told you guys this, that I love Disneyland, and Disneyland's my place. But after going again in March and then going to Disney World in May, I think previous year, Disney World is superior now. And I hate it. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of shit for it. But it is that much better. There's so much more to do. The kids have way more fun. It was spread out. It just felt different. The food was way better. Epcot, dude, like you can fucking live in Epcot. Like that.
Yeah,
if
dude.
I lived that close, that's what I'm doing for dinner every day. I would be
Yeah.
broke. I'd be eating fucking Epcot.
Oh hell yeah. No, Epcot's amazing, dude. I loved Epcot. I loved Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom food is good too.
Tony would love Disney World. Like
He
I think
would.
like and see, honestly, I think Epcot is the park for if I can only bring him to one of the 4 parks, I would take him to Epcot. That would be his jam.
Yeah.
No, for
Yeah.
real.
Cool. Let's
because
end-
Walt Disney World has like that nice blend of like rides and vibes. Like
Yeah.
there's something for everyone, and you can kind of go your own pace. Like whether you want to do a ride or you just want to chill and relax, you can, have the best of both worlds.
There you
How
go.
gorgeous is Everest, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, that whole
Amazing.
little area is just fucking beautiful. So good.
It just
That
seems so
park is
real.
good.
It is. It's great, dude. Like I'm a vibes guy, and that park just hits all my buttons.
That's
have
why
to do
I'm
anything.
very. That's why I'm
Yeah.
very excited to see Tropical Americas. Not just because
Yeah.
of a new Indiana Jones ride or a new Encanto ride, but just the fact of that the land itself is going to be so cohesive with the rest of the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of indie, do you think that the last movie crippled all this, or do you think it's just Indiana Jones is so cemented in time that we're okay? Like,
I
not
think it's
gonna-
okay.
Yeah.
I think that franchise is still. I think people still love indie, but I think the problem with the last movie really was just I think Harrison's just getting too
He's
old.
like, oh, they need to bring
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf back, dude.
Yeah, get someone younger in there, and he's just too old.
So Chris Pratt, do you think they should have made that jump to him, or do you think
I
he's
would have
just
been cool with that.
overplayed?
I would have been cool with that. Yeah,
I honestly would have been cool with like if they did like an indie series where it was like
Did they make one? I thought they had one.
graphic
yeah. River Phoenix.
like graphic novel style in a way. Sort of like how they did like with the what ifs with
Oh,
Marvel.
okay.
I would have did like that stuff. But yeah, River Phoenix played a young indie. Like
Yeah. Your young indie or whatever. I just hope that it blends well, because that whole back area. I mean, you can't fuck it up, because it was already medieval world and all that, or medieval whatever the fuck it's called. That was just what the
Horrible.
Yeah, so you could put anything there and it's going to be fine. The fact that they're using the same track for Dinosaur, I'm actually excited for that because it's not going to break down as much. But that ride fucking sucked too. I hate that ride. That's probably my least favorite ride in that whole park. But anyways, let's wrap it up there. I appreciate everybody coming out watching today. I know it was a short, like, hey guys, we're going live in like 30 minutes. I appreciate all 7 people watching, probably all my fucking phones and stuff on there watching myself, but I appreciate myself for watching. No, I appreciate everybody there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go check all these people out at their channels. They have some really good videos and just really good insight on life, and a lot of the stuff that we do here is we already talked about. It's like it's real. It's off the top of our head. It's just for you guys to have fun and engage with. No bullshit. But if Disney did want to sponsor these videos or come have us try all these foods, we will tell you that it's great. Yeah,
absolutely. Canada, your ride's here.
Absolutely.
Fucking George, dude. After you eat all those fucking pizza, OG, tell them where they can find you once again.
You can find. Well, thank you, Kenneth, for having me on. It was a lot of fun as always, brother. You can find me on YouTube, Orange Grove 55. You can find me on X, Orange Grove 55, and you can find me on Instagram, Orange Grove 55.
Young blow, but I'm built like an OG.
There we go.
All right, George.
Yeah, Tones knows who that is. You know who that is? That's Kakona.
Kakona.
Sure.
From
My girl.
XG.
So good,
Right
bro.
on.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Even I think Candid would like her. He wouldn't listen to her unless we forced him to listen to it. But
No, I've listened to some of
He
the
would
OG stuff. It's catchy as fuck. I'm not going to listen to it on my own or while I'm riding
that's
down the
what
street.
I'm
in my
saying.
Prius.
In your Prius.
Your Prius. Your Prius.
I just imagine OG in the Prius just fucking bumping this.
Just rolling through a Prius. Oh man, I've never ever owned a Prius, but I will say owning one is so LA. You can't get more LA than a Prius.
Yeah.
Or a Tesla.
Or Tesla.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. A Model 3 with the dual fucking motor because you're gonna go so fast in that traffic. Stupid.
Yeah, I know, right?
You spend your fucking money, dumb shits. Anyways, George, where can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. you can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Disney George. You can also find me on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky under the Disney Italiano. And of course, find me on my home base on Orange Grove 55 with Citrus Corner with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info. And also to definitely check out soon the launch of the sister channel, the Orange Grove 55. Citrico Central, where we basically are going to be on location at the parks, at events, just kind of covering it all and just doing different like food reviews and all that good stuff. So
interviewing people,
interviewing people.
I'm telling you, George, do it, bro.
I'm telling you,
absolutely.
the way to go, man. The way to go.
Tony, where can I get you?
Were they gonna get me? I hope they don't get me. But you guys can find me at Tones_TV on TikTok and X. You guys can find my YouTube channel, Bat Dot Studio, and go follow the podcast, Bat Dots Podcast. Like I said, we're having a lot of fun over with the boys, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So go to Bat Dots Podcast on YouTube and Spotify.
There he is.
Yep. Also, find me here. Find me over on. No, I'm not on Twitter. Over on Instagram. You can find me over on TikTok. Check us out, Bat Thoughts Podcast. It is great. I'm loving the new style. We got a few new folks on there too, and it's just a lot more fun. We're also doing a lot of game nights too. So if you want to do a game night, please ask so we can get you on the channel to do a game night. We're looking for people. Also, if you have any questions or want to leave us some comments, please do so on this video or in our emails. Our emails are linked in below. I appreciate y'all. Have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining us. Peace.